everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa from Potsy Fighter, and I'm so glad you joined me today for another card process video. This is a card I made for Crafty Little Amy for the Happy Mail I sent her, and I used the Crafters Companion, what's it called, Adam and Angelica stamp set, and this one is called, oh god, I forgot, but I will have it linked down below and on my blog. And I already have colored that before, and I will have the numbers that I used on my blog post as well. And I used papers from various Craft Sensation paper pads, and I just went through them, and I was like looking for paper that I thought would go with the princess, and I wanting to create a shaker card. It was a very long process because I don't know, it was one of those days where it just didn't work as I wanted it to. So yeah, but in the end it worked, so that's okay. I'm just messing around with the paper here and just not sure what I'm actually doing at that point, but yeah, so I'm just die cutting one of those scalloped rectangles, and now I'm using just a normal rectangle, a stitched rectangle, to create a window. And that wasn't a very good idea because I have a very thin what's that called, like a frame or a window, and that is too thin. Probably should have made it like wider, but yeah, I wanted to use that scallop because I liked the way it looked. So yeah, I'm using my ATG gun to adhere that back, like the backing. Just using my bone folder to score the card. And now I'm using acetate, and I think I cut it wrong there, and now there's like a tiny bit missing, I think, so I have to do it again. Or no. There, I think now. And now I'm using my tape roller to adhere that, and I'm making sure that all of the tape is on the paper and not anywhere else, because otherwise the shaker things that you put inside the shaker card, like sequins and beads and whatever, they are going to stick to the tape roller, like the tape. And I used my Quickie Glue Pen on the like smaller or thinner areas, and now I finally was able to cut a right-sized piece of acetate. And I'm just using cling film for that. You can use acetate or packaging or whatever you want, but I prefer cling film because it's easy to work with. And I have never seen acetate anywhere, like this thick acetate anywhere here in a shop where I live, so I always grab the cling film or cellophane or however you want to call it. I'm just trimming off the excess of the cling film. So there is my front, and I'm planning on, or I planned on, actually I'm doing the little princess. I'm gluing her on the front. She's so cute, and I put a ton of Wink of Stella on her dress, and also some rhinestones on her crown. That is super cute. So now I'm using pop dots to pop up the Jesus Christ, the cover, and I'm using those tiny ones, and I'm just where the scallop is, I'm just putting, like where the broader part of the scallop is, I'm putting one on there, and now I'm just putting them on everywhere, and yeah, it looks horrible. It does, but I'm hiding it later. And here I'm using like longer ones, and that was quite a lot of work. And there I was like, yeah, you can see that looks horrible, but I already stuck it on, so I had kind of had to go with it. And on the princess I just glued all the pop dots. I always say pop dots, although they're not dots. I always say pop dots. I don't know why. They're pop dots for me. Pop rectangles and pop squares. I had foam everywhere at that point. So I was sorry. At that point I was like, yeah, that looks horrible. So I thought about using that scrap piece of paper I die cut before, and I just glued it on there so you can't see it, at least on the inside. That was my plan. So I did that. Still wasn't too happy. Thought about what to do with the outer edges. And I really, at that point, I was really frustrated because I didn't know what to do. But yeah, now I got one of my nail wheels and I put micro beads in there, just colors I thought would match, like pinks and purples, and I think blues I put on there as well. And then my camera cut off. So yeah, I put also in there some rhinestones, like the silver and pink rhinestones that are on the crown, and I glued on the back. That it just, I pull off every single backing of the pop dot, and then I put on the backing sheet so it stays in place. And excuse me, I'm losing my voice. And now what am I doing now? I have no idea. Oh, I'm die cutting a frame. I don't know why at the moment. Oh yeah, I was like so I can hide the pop dots. I thought I could use those scalloped pieces and pop them on there, and there were micro beads like literally everywhere. That was not funny. Like, I always hate when you work with glitter or something like that, and then you have micro beads or glitter or whatever everywhere. So that was my plan, to pull off that piece of paper, and I glued it on, and I had to line it up with these scallops, obviously. I was checking because there was kind of a hole or something, so I just used my tacky glue and glued it together. Just shook it around to check if there was another hole. And I'm gluing on the other piece. I'm a little off frame, I'm sorry about that. So, and there you can see that the edges I attached. Again, checking if there is anything falling out. And what am I doing now? I don't know. Did I use foam tape? Oh yes, I used foam tape. Just for those edges. And I used a fair amount of glue just to really make sure everything stays inside of the shaker and doesn't fall out. And now, what am I doing now? Cleaning up my desk. I wish it would be that fast in real life. Now I'm using, as always, my Technique Tuesday Made with Love stamp set with my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm using the Made with Love, the Good Kind stamp. I just love that stamp set, and I think it adds just a little bit, and it is so cute. And for the inside of my card, I wanted to use, I put glue everywhere, the, what's it called? The special delivery stamp from the Fiskars Teeny Tiny stamp set, because I didn't know what to do. And I used the Ranger Distress Oxide ink in the Worn Lipstick. And I failed somewhere, but I forgot what happened. Did I? Oh, I think I dropped, you can't see that, but I think I dropped the stamp and there was ink on the inside of my card, I think. Or not. Yeah. And I didn't know what to do. What am I doing? Oh, I wanted to make a banner. Just cutting it down more and more, and I think it was too tiny then. Oh, I miscut it. What am I doing? Yeah, that was a big fail. And a waste of paper. But yeah, and I think you can't really see it on screen, but in the bottom right corner there was a big ink splotch because I dropped the acrylic block. And now I'm using that Sweet Wishes stamp set, not stamp set, sentiment, with the, oh god, I'm so sorry, with the, again, the Distress Oxide Worn Lipstick ink. I love the Oxide inks. I just have the Worn Lipstick, I think, in the Oxide inks, but they're so great. And then I realized that I had cut the banner in the wrong way, actually. I didn't really like how that looked. And then I don't know, I smudged the ink, yeah, I remember now. And I think by that time, or by now, I just think about using that piece of paper and just putting a piece of paper on the inside of my card. So I just use that and glue that in on the inside of my card. And I'm using my glue to adhere the corners. And now I think I thought that I could use those tiny stripes of pattern paper for putting on my shaker window, and I think that looks really cute. And now I'm using the same paper that I used on the background of my card, and trimmed a little piece down and rounded the corners. And now I'm again using the special delivery and the heart stamp from the Fiskars Teeny Tiny stamp set. And now I'm being more careful with my Distress Oxide ink in the Worn Lipstick. Again, I love the color. I love the Oxide inks. Love. And I'm thinking about where to put that tiny piece of paper. And then I remembered that I had that really, really tiny piece. So I could actually put that there. And yeah, I am happy I did because I like the way it looks. And now I'm adhering that on the inside of my card with some foam tape. Just to pop it up a bit. And I didn't wanted to touch it again, so I used the my scissors to kind of make sure it stays in place. And now I'm using the special delivery stamp set again. Or no, I always say stamp set. I'm sorry. The special delivery sentiment on the flap of my envelope, and my camera cut off again. And the only thing I did is add a ton of rhinestones on the sides and on the inside of my card, just to give it a bit of interest. And that's my card for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Now we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!